Yo, fam, what's good? What's good? How's everybody? Let's go. Well, we're back again with another build, this time another Void Warlock build, and this one probably is my favorite, and the reason being is, I love throwing Void grenades, who doesn't? With the artifact changes this season, it's really played into Arc and Void a hell of a lot, and Nothing Manacles is the exotic of choice for this one, which is a set of Warlock exotic arms, and it's going to upgrade the scatter grenades and give you an additional one. So it means you're going to be able to throw even more grenades, which means even more void explosions, as you can see in the background footage here, more void breaches, more overshields, more devour, just more overall ad clear, and just slaying out. And you know, if anyone's ever watched me play or knows me, I love to ad clear. I love just absolutely destroying everything. People always say I don't share. I don't like to share. I want to kill as everything as anything that moves. So this build is for you if you like that kind of stuff, and I would give it a crack, especially if you like Void Warlocks specifically. You know, it really does feel like an upgrade over the Contravesre Hold build that I've always run and love. This is the build, right? So basically we start off and you can use whatever Void super you want, depending on the, whatever you're doing is based on what I run. I usually run Vortex if I'm clearing a lot of ads. Cataclysm, if I'm going for a singular target like a boss, or a champion, you've just got to be careful not to block out other people's damage because the Cataclysm takes a while to get there. And then Nova Warp just for all out ad clear as well. Obviously, we're using scatter grenades instead of the Vortex. We got Feed the Void, defeating a target with a Void ability to activate Devour. While Devour is active, Final Blows reset it. Now I am not using Chaos Accelerant, even though it says has submissions tracked to nearby targets. That's an upgrade to your scatter grenades. Now, because you're using Nothing Manacles, it actually doesn't work with Nothing Manacles. So I'm using Child or the Old Gods instead. Echo of Instability, obviously defeating targets with grenades, give us a more volatile, or give our Void weapons volatile rounds. Echo of Undermining, now this one's a big one for most Void builds, but I'm not actually currently running it, which is the 20% damage reduction. We're Echo of Persistence as well there, so that obviously increases our length of our Devour and our Overshields. Echo of Cessation, defeating volatile targets creates a Void Breach. Now, those Void Breaches are actually not needed because of an artifact mod, but this is a future-proof build to be able to use that later on. Run any siphons you want, any finders. So if you want a heavy ammo finder, you can run that. You can run Power Preservation if you want more orbs for your teammates. Hands-on. You even run Font of Wisdom if you want to there, or double stack Ash Stasis, which is one of my favorites. So gain bonus super energy for grenade kills. Now back to the exotics, or onto the exotics, Nothing Manacles. You gain an additional scatter grenade charge, and it enables tracking for scatter grenade projectiles. So this is why you don't need the particular Chaos Accelerant. But here you've got double stacks of grenade kickstart. Now it's not needed to have 2 if you don't want to, but if you want to throw more grenades, I'd recommend putting on at least 2. And then chucking on a firepower as well, which will generate an orb for every grenade kill. And then you got bolstering detonation if you want to play into that Child of the Old Gods a little bit more. So every time you get a grenade kill, you're going to get class ability back. I'm running 2 stacks of charged up. It increases the maximum amount of armor charge you can hold. Obviously, the more armor charge, the more grenade kickstart's going to kick in. And then I'm running Concussive Dampener, but you can run whatever you want in that particular space there. Elemental charge, collecting a fire sprite, in this case a Void Breach, is going to give us an escalating chance of armor charge. We've got stacks on stacks, which is the next one. So every time you pick up 1 orb, you gain an additional stack. So you get 2 for every orb you pick up. And then I'm running the Innovation, which is my favorite. Just basically every time you pick up an orb, you're going to get part of your grenade back. So once again, this is all about getting as much of your grenade back as possible. And then onto your bond, or your class armor piece is Powerful Attraction, which is one of the new ones they introduced. Automatically collect nearby orbs when you activate your class ability. Now, it's not as good for Warlock as, say, Hunter and Titan with the dodges, but definitely it does help if you're just sitting still and just slaying out on ads. I'm running 1 stack of Bomber and then 1 stack of Reaper. You can run Distribution and things like that as well, but this is all around making orbs and getting your grenades back as quickly as possible. So a few of the weapons that I'm using, in the footage you just seen, I was using Hero's Burden, which has destabilizing rounds on it. One of my favorite SMGs at the moment, destabilizing round Feeding Frenzy. Obviously, any final blows will make the targets around them nearby, or the nearby targets volatile. Obviously, volatile rounds, obviously, then they explode. We've got the Unforgiven, which you'll see a bit later on as well, which is Repulsor Brace Demolition, another fantastic build there, or particular weapon. Repulsor Brace obviously keeping that Void Overshield, and then Demolition is reloading when you get grenades. grenade kills, or throw your grenade, and then obviously getting grenade energy back as well. Adrenaline Junkie is another one. Explosive Light. They're all taking in either taking advantage of all the orbs we're creating, or we're taking advantage of all of the grenade kills we're getting. Noble Deeds. Now, the reason I pointed Noble Deeds out on the Regan there is because when you come here onto the artifact, I'll show you in a second, but we've got Supernova. Picking up a Void Breach causes your next Void ability kill to create an explosion. You got Squad Goals. Performing a finisher while you have Devour grants Devour to all your nearby allies when you have your Void subclass on. Protective Breach. Picking up a Void Breach gives you an overshield or refreshes your existing overshield. And then Unto the Breach. Defeating a Void debuff target creates a Void Breach while your Void subclass is equipped. So that's why you don't need Echo of Cessation at the moment. But that we're not always going to have that artifact mod. Now back to Noble Deeds. Overcharged Armory basically gives us a surge all the time on that particular gun. So I'm not having to run any surges for my grenade launcher there. And then I've obviously got my authorized mods Void. That way then all the Void mods that I want to run are cheaper. So here's some more footage. This time using the Unforgiven with Repulsor Brace and Demolitionist. Now, the reason I really like this gun, which you get from the Duality dungeon, you basically are going to be throwing grenades to reload your weapon. So Demolitionist is one of my favorite perks, especially any builds that throw grenades. You want Demolitionist. It also helps to generate grenade energy when you're killing enemies. And then that Repulsor Brace, when you defeat a weakened or a debuff target, it's going to give you a Void Overshield. So you'll see I'm pretty well constantly getting my Void Overshield, which is giving me damage reduction and then obviously extra hit points as well. So it's all about survivability and things like that. But hopefully this build helps you guys. I personally love it, and I can really enjoy making these videos for you guys. But if you have any suggestions or any weapons or anything like that in the chat, just put it in the comments and I'll do my best to make it for you. But I'll see you guys on the next one. Stay groovy, stay safe as always. Appreciate you. Deuces. GG's.